So, last September, there was an unnamed agent. He was walking down the beach. Well, you know how it is at MAR. He was probably staggering down the beach. But he's walking down the beach, and all of a sudden, this bottle comes washing up on the shore. So, of course, he picks up the bottle. There's a cork in it. He pulls the bottle. You know what's going to happen, right? A genie comes out. The genie says, "Oh, man, thanks. Whew, I've been in there a long time." He says, "You know the routine. You let me out. I appreciate that. So I'm going to give you 3 wishes." He says, "But I know you're a realtor, and you need a little humility in your life. So whatever wish I grant you, I'm going to double that wish, and I'm going to give it to your biggest rival." So he says, "Okay, that's good." He says, "All right, first wish, I want $10 million. Genie says, "All right, you now have $10 million in your bank account. Your biggest nemesis, he has $20 million in his bank account now." He says, "All right." He says, "Second, I'd like a Ferrari." He says, "All right, you have a Ferrari in your driveway. Your biggest competition, he's got 2 Ferraris in his driveway now." I said, "Now this is your last wish, so make it a good one." Agent says, "All right, for my last wish, I want to donate a kidney." Come on, think about it. Not bad, huh? To tell you the truth, I was testing that one out because I'm going to use it tomorrow at the Women's Council meeting. Anyway, I figured it'd take you a little bit to figure it out. Why? Because you're agents. Anyway, I'm here to tell you it's a bright day at MRIS. There we go. Pretty corny, right? So as you all know, hopefully, we have a new company. It is called BrightMLS. First of all, everybody wants to know, how can a company named Bright have Neil Feinberg as an employee? I'm trying to keep my position, that's for sure. So everybody wants to know how we got the name Bright. I have no idea, but I'll tell you 2 things. Number 1, all of the MLSs in this country work on acronyms. And there are like 700 MLSs in the country. So number 1, we want to differentiate ourselves. We didn't want to be an acronym. Second of all, we wanted to make sure it was not in any way geographically limited, because hopefully as the new company grows, we'll bring more MLSs in. So this is the new company right here. This is us, MRIS. This is our main partner, Trend, Philadelphia MLS. They are actually out of King of Prussia. So they cover the Philadelphia area, southern Jersey, parts of Delaware, and Pennsylvania. Also joining us up in Pennsylvania, we have Rayak, that's York and Adams County, Greater Harrisburg, Lebanon County, Lancaster, southern Jersey, Cumberland County, and the ones that we've been trying to get since we started this whole thing in 1996, we have Sussex, Delaware, so they're the Delaware beaches, Dewey, Rehoboth, and Bethany. And in December, we will have Ocean City Coastal is finally joining us. So we are very glad. Absolutely. So we are going now from 42,000 agents to 85,000 agents. From 25 real estate associations to 43. We're going to facilitate 250,000 transactions a year with a market value of over $70 billion. So it really is the new look MLS in this country. So things aren't going to change for you quite yet. Okay? Both Trend and us, we both use Matrix. We are, however, going to be upgrading to a new version of Matrix. So you'll still be having Matrix, but it's going to be a little bit different version. There'll be a little bit of a training. We'll start getting you all trained up in, I think, the fall. The cutover for this is actually January of next year, 2018. Keystone will still remain your point of entry to put your listings in. Okay? That is also being upgraded. So once again, same products, different versions. We'll get you all straight on that. The other important thing that we have to talk about, of course, is your dues. Okay? So as I said, we're adding all these extra agents, extra areas that you guys will be able to cover, get licensed, do referrals. So of course, just the nature of the business, your dues are going to change. Okay?
They're going to go down.
So I know you guys. Excuse me?
They're going to go down with all the other.
You want to go? You want with all this new stuff? You want? Nice, thanks, Joe. See you guys. So let me explain a little bit. So now you're getting new technologies, right? You're getting new technologies, new areas to cover. So right now you guys pay $165 a quarter, right? We think of it as the home office as months. So right now you pay $55 a month, okay? In July, it will become $41 a month. It is going down, okay? It is going down. And then eventually, over the next year, we're going to step it down again. So eventually, the base price will be $35 a month. So you're going from $55 a month to $35 a month with all this great new service. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, good. You're sweating. All right.
I wouldn't let him hurt you.
What?
I wouldn't let
And
him
that's why I'm standing behind you.
That's right.
So this is our new hierarchy. Tom Phillips, who was the CEO of Trend, he is now the CEO of Bright. David Sharon, my old CEO at MRIS, he is now known as the Chief Strategy Officer. And Brian Dinellen, who is the Chief Operating Officer of MRIS, will stay in that position with Bright. So we've got the brightest and the best here to run the company. I guess I should have put my name down there too, right? One thing I want to tell you about, we've already combined the help desk. We did this last week. So we now have one big help desk for everybody. This is the new phone number, but don't worry, the one you're used to now still works. It's probably going to stay up for, they said, at least a year, I think. So that'll get you right to the new help desk. There are the new hours, phone, chat, and email. We're open 7 days a week for you. Okay. So does anybody have any questions about the merger? All right. Oh, by the way, if anybody needs an MRIS shirt, I got about 30 of them hanging in my closet. I'll be giving. I swear to God, one day I'll be in Baltimore where I go a lot, and I'll be on the corner of MLK and Pratt Street where all the panhandlers are, and somebody's gonna be wearing an MRIS shirt because I'm just giving it to some charity. Giving it to some charity. All right. So now let's talk about some of the meat of what's going on here. So first, some of the things we've done in Keystone. Number one, a little while back ago, we added a new mandatory field for lead paint disclosures. So if your property is built before 1978, this disclosure becomes mandatory. You must select lead-based paint, federal, state, or certificate available. Okay? Now, if you put a listing in prior to this going mandatory, nothing you have to do. But if you come in to edit that listing for any reason, it's now going to make you go back and take care of that. Okay? Because we've been getting calls to the help desk. I go in to change my status, it's not letting me in because they're not reading what it's saying. So just remember, if it's an old one, pre-78, and you're going back in to edit it, you will have to take care of that mandatory field before you can submit it. Cool? A couple other quick things we added. Under property management, name of the rental, that's the building, the rental company, and the phone number. And as if we didn't have enough, when I started in October of 2004, we had 4 waterfront fields. Now if you select water-oriented yes, you get, I think, 16. So we wanted to even up a little bit, so we just added 2. Number of docks and number of slips. So for all you boaters up there, I know you are, there you go. In conjunction with Keystone, do you all use MRS Mobile? Do you know what this app is?
It only works
This
Keystone.
This app is to edit your listings. A lot of people get confused and think it's a search engine. It is not. The search engine you want to use for your phone is HomeSnap. HomeSnap. That's the one. HomeSnap. So this allows you to edit your listings on your phone. So, excuse me, good idea just to go to your store. We have it for the Droid or the iPhone. Someday, it's going to be sitting on your phone, and you're going to be in a parking lot somewhere. You need to make a quick change to your listing, you can just do it on your phone. You don't have to take out your machine. So you just click on the listing you want. You can edit list price, status, expiration, and remarks. And you can also work with your photos right from your phone. So that makes it very easy for you. So I want to tell you a quick story like I always do. I was speaking, it's probably a year ago now, I'm speaking at a meeting. I had 100 agents in the room, and this lady flew out of her chair, literally, and she said, "Neil, I'm sorry to do this to you, but this is the worst app I have ever seen in my life." I said, "What's the matter?" She says, "I went to the store, I downloaded it easy. I pulled that thing up 6, 7 times, I got nothing. Every time, finally I got frustrated, I just deleted it from my phone." I said, "Ma'am, do you have any listings in the system?" She said, "No, I'm not a lister." I said, "Well, that's why you're not getting anything. This app is to edit your listings. If you have no listings, when you open it up, it will be blank. Well, of course, she got very embarrassed. She sat down very fast. The whole room started laughing, and I was so pleased, I got to tell you. So, always like to get him on that one. Very pleased. So just download this. It's a good thing to have in your arsenal. And by the way, if you have MRIS Homes downloaded on your phone, that was our old search engine, please do yourself a favor, delete it immediately, and put something up there that'd be more useful, like Tinder or something like that.
Everybody knows what
Now,
it is around here.
this is very cool that I'm here today, because has anybody gone to MRS.com today? Because it is new, is it not? We launched this last night. What?
It looks nice and spring.
You'll love it, don't you?
Yeah.
It's great. We launched the new website last night. Okay, so if you were on at 3 o'clock in the morning, you could see it. So this is what it looks like now when you go to MRS.com. This is the home page. You're going to come in and log in. And I'm going to tell you right now, the biggest deal about this is the ease of navigation. The old website, sometimes you wanted to get to some information about a product, 3-4 clicks. Or you wanted to get different information about the same product, you had to go over here, then you had to go over here. Watch this. So this is what happens when you log in. Right here on the dashboard, instant access to the things you use the most, right? Keystone, Matrix, Showing Time, there's Homesnap. Close it, I know, in the old system, it took you 4 clicks just to get to it, right? By the time you got to close it, you had to change the interest rate, right? That's for sure. Right? Premium products down here. This is our blog feed. How many of you ever read the blog? Boy, that's more than I usually get. That's why I stopped writing about 10 years ago. Okay? But there's a lot of important information on here, both industry-wide and through MRIS. So we have it right there. I suggest you take a look at it. Down here, we have upcoming classes. And this is very cool because these upcoming classes we put up are tailored to each individual agent. So we know what classes you've taken. So the classes that we put up here for you are the ones we suggest based on what you've already taken. So you'll never, so it's all individualized. So pay attention to that because training is very important coming up. Now, the last part of this whole thing is this navigation menu. And here's where you're going to honestly have to take 10 minutes because all the different products and services are grouped. So you're just going to have to go through it one time and figure out what is in what section. So for example, if I go to Manage Listings, right, that takes me to Keystone, Data Correct, MRIS Mobile, Showing Time, Close It, and then every page has an overview page. Okay? So if I'm on Keystone and I click here, learn more about Keystone, this takes me to the Keystone landing page. And we have everything you need for Keystone in this one spot. If you're new to it, there's a little video you can watch. Instant access to it. Some information about marketing your listings and Showing Time. This is all on the same page now. It takes a lot of screenshots. On the same page, all of the training classes that we have for Keystone. You can pull that schedule. All of the video tutorials just on Keystone issues. You have them right here. All of the documents, all of your Keystone profile sheets are sitting right here. And then on the bottom of the page, all the recent posts having to do. There's a webinar having to do with it. This is some FAQs, and of course, the support sender number. So that's what makes this so nice. Everything is in one spot for you. So give it a shot. I think you'll love it. You said you've tried, a couple of people have tried it. You loving it?
Yes.
Great. If I had a prize, I'd give it to you.
On the home page, you usually can pop in like the MLS number. Is it going to be the same thing here, like a quick search?
That's in Matrix.
It's in Matrix.
That's in Matrix.
Okay.
This is the home. This is MRS.com.
Okay.
There was no place to do it there. All right. Now a couple new things that are coming. We have 2 things coming. We have a new document loader and a new photo loader, and they are both coming. If the creek don't rise, as they say, on the 24th of this month. So I think you'll see it on the 25th, Tuesday. So this is the document, the new document upload. First of all, there is no more private public. You guys upload your documents, right? And you know it defaults to private and people forget to put it on public. That is eliminated. Everything is public now. So here we are on the Keystone homepage. You'll click on documents like you usually do. You can drag or drop your document in. You can just access your computer, find out where it is. We've also added Dropbox. So if you use Dropbox to manage your documents and your photos, we've had that for you. Maximum file size is 20 megabytes, and PDF files. So all you do is you go find it, you open it up, here it is. There are all your documents loaded. It will default to the document name. If you want to enter the name of the document so people know exactly what it is instead of just using the file name, you can do that. And then there is also a description area. You don't have to use it if you want, but if you want to put a description of what that document is, you'll have it right there. And then the last part of this is pretty easy. If you want to delete them, you can just come up here, select them, select as many as you want, hit delete, get rid of one, get rid of all of them. So it's very simple. You're going to find this a whole lot easier and a whole lot faster than the one you've been using, right? The biggest thing, I'll say it again, was that public-private, right? So we're getting a hold of everybody that has things in private to let them know it's going to go public, so they have to pull it. So if you have anything in private, make sure you pull them out of there if you don't want them to be public. The second part of this now is the new photo upload tool. You're going to love this one. We've been working on this a long time. It's a whole lot faster. Number one, it does not rely on flash. So that means that you will be able to use your tablets to work on your photos. You can't with the one now because it requires flash. So your tablets are in play now. Oh, and by the way, let me mention something else. That new website, MRIS.com, no matter what platform you're on, you're good. So you can use it on your phone, you can use it on your tablet, you can use it on your desktop. It's configured, it knows where you are, and it formats it. Okay, I'll come back here to the photo upload. So here we go. We're in the Keystone homepage. Click on Photos. Same kind of deal. That look familiar? Right? Same kind of system. You can drag and drop, which nobody's going to do. Go to your computer, or once again, you can use Dropbox to load your photos. So the photos come up here. This little red dot with your exclamation point, that is your low resolution warning. You have that now on the system. It's a little yellow triangle, right? It will not prevent you from loading the photo, but it's warning you that it's not good. I can't stress enough how important it is to take your high-res photos. Okay? So if you come in here and you click on it, it's going to tell you this thing is going to look blurry. It should be 1024 by 768 minimum pixels. Just take the pictures as big as you can. Okay, our system will step them down. It maintains the aspect ratio. It looks beautiful. Okay? When we first started this thing back in '96, you got 3 photos for free, and then you paid. Everybody remember this? I think it was like $6 for another 6 photos and $12 for another 10. Now you're getting 30, right? And back then, nobody could look at photos on their phone. That wasn't available. Now most of your customers are looking on their phone, so high res is really important. Also, for some of the websites you guys syndicate to, if they're low res, they're going to look lousy, and that will kill it. So if you wanted to, you can hit replace photo, come back in here, find a high res photo, and replace it. Now you're going to come in here, this drop down, this is your delete. This is your main exterior designation, which you know is required. Then you will come down here to this drop down, and you will select what room it is, right? Does anybody here ever use the photo comparison display?
Yes.
Okay, if you're not using it, please do. I see that thing so underutilized. Because what this actually does is it tells photo comparison what column it goes in. If you haven't looked at photo comparison, it gives you pick the properties you want to look at, and then it gives you columns. Exterior photo, kitchen, living room, bedroom, bathroom, all lined up. I especially like it when I'm doing a CMA search, like looking for comps, because I can look at all my rooms at the same time. I can look for condition. I can look for amenities. It's really the best way to go. So then underneath where you pick your room, you will have 50 characters of caption for each photo. 50 characters. Now on the system, you also have 250 characters of description, right? That works when your customer opens up the slideshow, which they never do, so we have gotten rid of that. Okay, there is no more description. Not only did you guys never use it, your customers never read them, so we have eliminated that. So you still have your 50 characters of caption. If, when you're typing in the caption, you type in a word or a phrase that we think may get you in trouble, we're going to let you know right off the bat. Much easier, you put something in that runs afoul of fair housing, then we have to send you a compliance notice, and we go back and forth until we get it fixed. So we like to have it immediately. Here's an example. You put in a word that isn't, we're just going to flag that word and tell you no good. Can't put elderly in there. So this is, once again, to help you get everything in right the first time. And finally, the edit portion of this